gonna let the man load up his lemon before we get dialed in. But while Si is freshening up his tea glass, we haven't been sitting here for 20 minutes. He didn't have time to do that. Welcome back to the Duck Call Room, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Oh, and now he's throwing it. Oh, boy.
Episode after Si's 75th birthday, filmed on his 75th birthday. We've been celebrating Si for 75 whole years.
I'm not done with it yet. So
he's had a birthday month.
Some would say 3/4 of a century. So
I'll fix his mic when he's done with the.
That's fine. Just let him keep banging on them lemon packets. But Si was here long before us. But did anybody else see? Like, I was coming back to the office from lunch, and there was a caravan of police officers.
Of the police?
Of course, first time I saw it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Beth told us about it.
Yeah, and Josh came in with a police. What is it? A police scanner.
App.
A police scanner.
Yeah.
So we were listening to a guy on a motorcycle getting chased by 20 cops.
Time out. Josh just has a police scanner like on hand?
On his app. It's an app on your phone.
It's on the phone. This is legal. They made
2023, man. Okay.
No, that just tells me Josh should have been born long ago. Yeah. I didn't know people still even kept up with police scanners.
He's also got a ham radio.
I guarantee you he's got a little square weather radio at his house that goes off when it's a tornado.
My friend Doug has a weather radio. I had to set it up for him. I didn't know how, but I figured it out. Anyways.
So we hear...
that's some people's hobby.
Listening to
police.
So this is what we heard.
That's not a hobby.
Heard it.
Hey, I'm telling you, there's people that do it as a hobby.
No, that's just people that are nosy.
And
bored.
That's their hobby, being nosy.
That's all their hobby.
So they're chasing this guy, and he's on a motorcycle, and we can hear the police scanner. We hear them talking back and forth. Anyway, they're chasing him all over West Monroe.
What was he driving?
A motorcycle.
A motorcycle.
Yeah. Big guy on a motorcycle. Ends up down by Si's house.
Yeah.
Well, I passed him.
Did you?
Well, I was coming back from Caney Lake.
Yeah.
I was coming straight up 34. I mean, I just saw a guy on a motorcycle.
No, he come from that area.
The cops were a good bit behind him.
Yeah.
He had evaded them for quite some time.
Yeah. Well, that's
because I didn't see the cops till I got almost to the office, but I thought it was like, is the president here or something? Because they were like across 3 lanes of traffic going, and I'm like, well, that's got to be something. So I pull over and I look, and I'm like, well, they ain't escorting nobody.
They after somebody.
Oh, they.
And then one of them left Arby's in a hurry. Man couldn't even finish his lunch.
Couldn't even get a lunch, boys.
That's terrible. If y'all have ever been here, you know Arby's right next door. And I saw him come out of Arby's on 2 wheels. He probably spilled his horseradish sauce on it.
That's not a good
My uncle done that a lot when he was young.
Spilled horseradish sauce?
Went to Arby's?
Run from cops.
He ran from cops.
He was a big Harley Davidson man. Okay.
Why do people do that?
Why do they run?
Why do they have to drive a motorcycle so fast?
Well, why do you run?
I mean, no.
Do it.
Hold on now. There ain't nothing wrong with running from the police.
What?
Oh, yes, it is.
Hold on.
Hey, you're running from the law.
I'm just saying,
sir,
sometimes you got to run. You just don't want to get caught. Now, this guy
learn to face up.
I hate to tell you, but at the moment you took off running, you were caught. Like,
well, they caught him.
Been caught.
It's 2023. They're gonna find you.
The last thing they said was send the ambulance. Isn't that right, Beth? Yeah. That's what they said. Send the ambulance.
Hey,
so
it's okay to run from the cops.
Well, that's why I brought my uncle up. He used to run from him, and hey, he didn't have too much sense. Because sometimes when he would get away from sometimes he would get away from them. Okay, they can't follow a motorbike through the woods.
Right. That's an off-road bike.
Yeah.
This guy was on some kind of
you can make any of them off-road if you just turn the handlebar.
If you just leave the road?
No.
Everything's off-road once you get off the road.
My uncle used to censor. Now, you got to think about this. They would get to chasing him, and he would head toward Arkansas. And he censored a fence post with the front tire and would break it down and be over it before the fence get him.
Now, Seaside, when we were younger, we would...
Hey, my uncle, I don't tell you, the little looper, he's not right in the head because he was running from him to begin with.
If we were on four-wheelers or motorcycles, off-road motorcycles, and the cops were after us, we'd run into the woods. When we were younger. I think now that I'm an adult, I probably wouldn't run.
That's why I've had my hand raised, because I had questions, and I did not want to forget that you said, A, sometimes you got to run from the cops, which is a weird thing to
Especially
tell
when
children.
you're young and
And B, you used to run from the cops?
Yeah, when he was young and stupid.
Yeah, and then a few years ago, I was passing.
What were you doing?
He
Why'd
was
you need to
speeding.
run?
He was speeding.
Y'all are ganging up on me.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey,
Okay.
he was
what you
driving
did.
95 miles an hour
You've heard the story.
on a 70.
That's right. True.
So, hey, if the cop had caught him, it was going to cost him about $5.50.
It's gonna be
Get
more
out
than
of the
that.
ticket.
Confession is good for the soul.
That's right.
Confess
Hey,
your
you
sins
gotta
one
man
to
up
another
to it.
so that you may be healed.
There you
That's
go.
right.
We're just trying to heal you,
That's
Phil.
right. That's right.
So
we love you. We're trying
I was
to
a
keep
little
you
bit
straight.
younger back in the day, but I was.
Yeah, when you was young and stupid.
I was a little bit young and stupid, but the
okay.
cop
You
was
ran
coming
from
this
the
way.
Finally.
I lost him.
Right.
I mean, they're probably still.
Okay,
looking
hold
for
on,
me.
hold on. I did one time think I was going to get pulled over, so I just made a quick right and then followed the law.
That's what I did.
No, you ran. I just turned.
You ran too.
I turned. Thank you,
Don't be
Si.
lying in front of you in front of me.
Thank you, Si.
Both
'Cause
of you was young and stupid, and you weren't from the law.
I never saw lights.
Y'all all a bunch of fugitives.
Hey,
man.
I'm
Who am
telling
I
you,
in here with?
bunch of lawbreakers.
I just turned just in case
Hey,
he
you
turned.
turned just.
around.
Hey, you turned enough.
that's
not
what
to get caught.
That's what exactly what I did. Except I turned and I hit the gas.
Have y'all repented?
Oh yeah, I repented.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. You was running from the game
He
wardens.
just gave me a fist and said,
Okay,
if you
hey, I'm
repented,
ready. I'll make
easy
you
there.
repent,
Si,
brother.
you ran from the game wardens.
Yeah, but they ain't law.
Technically, yes, they are. They definitely are. They got
I
more
only
power.
runs from property owners and game wardens, and that's okay.
Oh my goodness, Martin, help me out.
I guess I'm a little too between the lines. I don't.
Hey, I'm gonna point you to the Bible with 2 Peter.
I've prayed I wouldn't get caught.
Peter,
I mean, I ain't saying I ain't ever done nothing
Arrive,
wrong.
kill, and eat. Okay.
But once I got caught, I just gave up. Like I wouldn't have.
See, if I would have seen the lights, I would have gave up.
You wouldn't have went in reverse.
I wouldn't have went in reverse.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
would have
saying.
stopped.
You wouldn't have went in reverse and said, "Sir, it's me you're looking for." You'd have just let him drive on by.
That's
Yeah.
right. You let him
So see, you lying
So
again. Now
I-
you're being dishonest.
I have done. Yeah, at least I'm honest. I did tell. Here's what I did. Something similar to what John David did. I was going down the interstate, and I did see lights way behind me, and I knew it had to be me that they were after because I was passing everybody like they were standing still.
Where were you going?
This was somewhere in Mississippi.
I know, but where were you going in such a hurry?
I mean, I got no
Right.
idea.
Where was the fire?
I can't remember. But I pulled off, went to the gas station, turned my lights off, turned my motor off, and just sat there. And about 3 minutes later, here comes the cops. Lights on. They were going down the interstate, and I was like,
No siren.
"Oh, I'm sure they had a siren. I couldn't
no,
hear it. They
it
were
says
on the
like-
interstate behind me.
You can hear a siren. He had the lights on.
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
Oh, years, like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I was just making sure. It wasn't
Hold
like
on.
two.
yeah. I mean, that was when I was in my
Make sure it
30s. I was
hey,
you
just
boys'
make sure it
age.
wasn't last week.
Unbelievable.
Si, I can't believe you never got caught by the cops spinning tires and going 130 miles an hour.
There weren't
down
as
the
many
road.
cops back then, and some of them were on horse.
Well, hey, I didn't really
They were called sheriffs.
spend a lot of time to drive fast. Some of my high school buddies did because they had a car.
Man, 75
Hey,
years
if
old.
you ain't got a car, you can't drive fast. Okay.
That's a good point.
Bottom line. That's it. That's it.
But he did run so fast one time he melted his shoes.
Hey, that's right. No, I didn't melt them, but I did get them so hot that I could walk on asphalt and you would hear.
How many stories does he have?
Hey. Oh, that was another.
You should
time.
write a book.
No, that was I wrote two. But that was another time I was chased by coyotes. And it looked.
The
I
first
wish I'd have had one thing that day.
Oh, wait, a stopwatch.
No, a coach with a stopwatch.
Oh.
Because if I'd have had a
technically
coach
two
with a
things.
stopwatch, I would hold every record from the 40-meter run to the 10-mile marathon.
How old were you?
I was a sophomore in high school.
Well, I'm glad you brought up being a sophomore in high school because I've been sent a little clip of something that I want you to listen to.
when he was a
So
sophomore?
from when your high school days. So when we come back from our first break, I'm gonna play it for you.
Oh, I've
How
heard
about
this.
that?
This is good. You're gonna want to hear this.
I wish we could take a time machine and Martin could tell you about Nutrafol. That way you'd look good again.
Thank you.
You could go young again.
And I'd be a walking symbol of it because if I could take a time machine, I'd probably go start it 10 years ago. But as it is, you know what's really cool is they're not only talking about men here. Brittany's on Nutrafol because of the postpartum stuff. So
Is she?
She signed up for the Nutrafol postpartum. She's taking it every day. We're gonna see what happens. Oh yeah, her hair coming out mega. Like it used to be the dog hair was all we swept. No, she's out doing Jude right now.
That's
so
crazy.
Oh yeah, you look in the corner, it
That
ain't
makes
Jude's
a lot
hair.
of sense about all the shower drains I used to clean out.
There you
after
go.
We had kids.
You know what I call them? Spiders. Because she takes it after she washes her hair and balls it up and sticks it on the wall. And whenever you turn the hot water on again, it jumps off at you. I call them a spider.
Hygiene, Brittany.
Oh, that's all she does. Hey, look, I'd rather it be there than in the drain.
Amen.
I can clean it from there if she forgets it. Much easier than having to dig a drain.
That is true.
But hopefully we're not going to have to worry about that now that she's on Nutrafol's postpartum hair treatment. I can dig it. Look, Nutrafol is the number one hair growth supplement dermatologists recommend. It's trusted and recommended by more than 3,000 top doctors and stylists. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements use physician-formulated, natural, medical-grade ingredients. They have a drug-free patented technology that gives you reliable and consistent results, and it won't compromise your sexual health. Whew. There you go. If you the twins do that enough. If you go to Nutrafol.com, you can take their hair health wellness quiz. It helps you identify the causes of your thinning hair, and they give you a personalized plan for better hair growth. Nutrafol targets the root cause of thinning hair like stress, hormones, environment, lifestyle, and nutrition. So you're not just treating it from the outside. You're actually supporting hair growth from the inside by getting healthier. It is whole body wellness. Look, Nutrafol works. Clinical studies show it. So you will notice an improvement after 3 and 6 months with Nutrafol. It's been proven time and again. Brittany's been on it for like 2.5, 3 weeks now. So I'm interested to see where we get to here pretty quickly. It's going to be cool. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code DUCK. Find out why over 3,500 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men, spelled Nutrafol.com/men, and enter promo code
Duck.
That's Nutrafol.com/men, promo code.
What's up?
Welcome back.
We stay pretty in tune with our fans and messages and all that are sent to us. So I got sent a bunch of messages about something that involved our lovely co-host over here.
Uncle Si?
And I got to see, Si, we all know how good Si's memory is. So I need to know, Si.
Yeah.
Do you know a man named Dan Flores?
Let me look.
Because he knows you
He looks like he would sit beside a fire.
intimately, some may say.
I don't remember.
Well,
Probably when you were young.
I'll
Not younger.
I'll let Dan tell it because we have the clip from the Joe Rogan podcast, which is where this come from. You know, Joe Rogan.
He got mentioned on the Joe Rogan, podcast?
Him and Phil. So
You've made it.
we did not. No. We did not.
Did he mention the duck call room?
No, he did not. But
Dan Flores looks like a cool dude that would eat an apple straight from a knife.
I'm sure he has. He's a PhD. I do know that because I've listened to the clip a few times. But we're just going to play the clip, right, Hunter?
I don't know what
let's play. Let's play the clip over the headset, and then we'll go from there.
And went to high school. In fact, I went to high school with the Duck Dynasty guys. I played football with the Duck Dynasty guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the older guy, Phil, was the quarterback of the high school football team, and there was one guy in between us. A guy named Johnny Prudhomme was the next quarterback after Phil, but I succeeded Johnny Prudhomme as the quarterback of the high school team. So, and I even wore Phil's number 10 in high school.
Wow.
And I played the younger Robertson, Si. He and I played when I was a freshman and he was a sophomore. We played in the backfield, or I was a sophomore. He was a junior. We played in the backfield football team.
Do you still keep in touch with those guys?
No, I don't. I haven't kept in touch with them, and I don't know if they're. I'm certainly aware of them because I've watched their show some, but I don't know if they are aware of anything that I've done. I haven't tried to get in touch with them or anything. Well, I will say that those guys, Phil and Si both, they were not only really accomplished duck hunters, and I never duck hunted with them, but I did go dove hunting with them one time. And of course, they didn't. It was on private property for which they had no permission. And halfway through the dove hunt, we had maybe shot
He does
10 or
know
15
you.
rounds, and here comes the landowner in a pickup truck driving about 60 miles an hour across rutted fields after us. And so my memory of going hunting with the Robertson boys is running through the Red River Valley trying to get away from an irate landowner. But those guys were funny. They were really funny as hell back in those days. And it kind of didn't surprise me when they were able to translate that into that show, because I mean, we all thought that they were, and they told so many stories. I mean, the South, of course, is storytelling part of the United States, and
He knows this.
those
dude.
guys told so many stories that we used to just number them. And whenever they would start on a story, we would just say, okay, it's number 112, guys. And so everybody would start laughing because we all knew what 112 was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, didn't even have to listen to the story. It's number 112.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we could reunite you guys.
Yes.
Now, maybe this podcast will reunite you guys.
Yes,
Yeah, maybe
Mr.
so.
Rogan. We got to get that guy on, though, right?
I mean, if the fans want, I think we do, because selfishly, Dan, I don't know you.
I don't either.
I will, however, if you commit, research you a little more, become familiar with what you're doing.
Well, he's written some really
But-
cool-looking books.
But here's what I'm going to say about Dan. His memory seems to be sharp.
Oh yeah, he
Because
nailed
if
it.
his dove hunt with Si and Phil was running through a pasture being chased by the
By
actual
the farmer,
landowner,
by the farmer, he knows us. Okay.
so I kind of selfishly
what-
want to know
hey.
what else he knows.
All right, that's yeah.
I want to hear story 112.
I want to know, did Si's shoes stink when he played basketball? Because I bet Dan was on the basketball team too if he's the quarterback of the football team.
He's probably got a lot of stories for us.
What was in the water in Vivian back in them days?
I don't know, but 3 people have gone on to be wildly successful that went to school together from 3 years in a town that nobody still has really heard of. They've heard it mentioned as Vivian, Louisiana, but not really.
And I'm looking at Dan.
Well, it's not known for anything.
Except for you, Phil, and a man named
Well,
Dan
no,
Flores.
because look, my brother, really, my oldest brother, Jimmy Frank, was responsible for a lot of people that went to North Caddo High School, okay, and actually got scholarships for football
There you go.
because he made us play when, hey, we didn't want to play. And it was, oh, yeah, you're going to play. Get out there.
And there you go. Dan was
Oh,
one of those guys.
yeah.
He got to wear Phil's number.
That's big
How fun would that be to sit down with like Dan, Phil, Si, a fire, and maybe even a dark beverage of your choice, and just sit back and listen. Like I want to talk. They may not even know that I'm there. Like I just
That would be the ultimate.
fly on the wall, listen to those 3 old conjures, get back and talk about Vivian, Louisiana, running through dove fields.
And because this dude knows A, history, and B, the outdoor. Like all of his books, I'm looking at them. One just came out called Wild New World, the epic story of animals and people in America.
Here's
Beautiful.
That's interesting.
Si, you may love that.
No,
book.
no. Here's the bad thing about this, about being chased by the farmers.
You can't remember which one it was.
No. Look, we didn't know it. Okay, my mother sold Avon to all the farm wives. Okay, we actually had permission to hunt on their land.
Yeah, but what fun is
Oh,
that?
no. And then the farmer said, they'd already told Mama, said, all your boys can hunt anywhere, any property we got. And then right before she left, she said, Miss Robertson, would you do me a favor? You know, this is former husband. And she said, yeah, if I can. She said, don't tell your kids. He said, we have too much fun chasing them. Don't tell them. So look, we had permission the whole time. Except, hey, he made Mama promise that, hey, no, don't tell them because, hey, we love it when they hear our pickup coming, that they're like wild deer. They take off running wide open. Because we had our basketball coach. He likes squirrel hunt, and we said, hey, we found them. Come on, go with us, coach. And like we don't ever tell them until we hear the pickup. Then all you hear from one of us is, run, coach. And he's standing there when the guy slides sideways up to him. Hey, what are you doing on my property? He said, hey, look, I don't know nothing about this.
Oh man.
But we had permission. But hey, Mama didn't tell us till we actually got left Dixie, Louisiana.
That's story 122. I don't know if that one is valid.
The fact that he knows, like, hey, knew what stories were coming.
That's fantastic.
Oh, no.
He knows.
Oh, he knows. I could tell. And he's heard the same stories over and over and over. So he knows all the stories.
But folks at home, fans of our podcast, look, if you want Dan on here, just let us know. We'll do our best to get him on here.
I want him on here.
I do too, but unfortunately I don't get to make that call, but they can. So, but let's take our first break. We'll be back right after this.
Well, we're probably gonna have to call in HR on Martin because we're trying to do an ad here
That's
and
right.
make
He's
money,
over there looking
and
at
he's
the
just
lake.
watching fishing.
That's right. He's
Martin,
over there
please
looking at
report
the
to HR. Oh wait, we don't have one.
That's right.
What we need is Bambi.
There you go.
they'll take
Once you
care
file
of it.
your complaint, I'll speak with them.
I tried
Okay.
to file one
Because
today.
our dedicated HR manager will be U.S. based, be easy to talk to, and I'll state my case. But you can file the complaint.
I'm
That's fine.
filing a complaint
I'm totally cool
officially
with that.
on Martin. Yeah, but employees are tough, like Martin, who's just looking at his phone.
Hey, my buddies ain't in town fishing very often. They are today.
Yeah,
if
one
that
of
gets
these
me
days, yeah,
fired, then
baby,
dadgummit, it gets me fired. But I'm going to talk to Bam because I don't think there's anything in our employee handbook about me watching fishing being wrong.
And the good news is, Martin, I get to call a U.S.-based dedicated HR manager that they got ready for us to report.
And with
you.
Bambi's HR Autopilot, you'll automate important HR practices like setting policies, training, and feedback. So if you wish to add an addendum in there about me watching fishing, you can.
We're putting it in
But
the
I don't think it's there right now. I'm going to operate on shades of gray right now. That's what I'm going with. Look, they're available by phone, email, and real-time chat, so onboarding and terminations run smoothly. Team members reach peak performance and your business stays compliant with changing HR regulations. There you go, man. I don't know what else to tell you other than
It'll
it'll
save you a
save
bunch
you
of money.
a ton of money. And look, when you're a small business, you got to save everything you can. If that means putting 80 grand back in your pocket, which is what a HR salary is for the most part, there you go. Bambi can do it at just $99 a month. You can schedule your free conversation today to see how much Bambi can take off your plate. Go to Bambi.com right now and type in Duck Call Room under podcast when you sign up. It will really help our show, spelled BAM, BEE.com, Bambi.com, and type in Duck Call Room.
So during the break, I'm looking at his books. We got Wild New World. He wrote a whole book about coyotes in America, which is probably super interesting. But I think he could finally solve the Black Panther debate that's in this room.
He does have a PhD. I am aware of that.
I'm willing to let him make the final say on Black Panthers.
Black mountain lions.
No, I ain't no let nobody do the final say.
So I said, ain't nobody limiting my
Hey, I've always-
imagination.
Yeah, that's
Good
right.
call,
Ain't
Si.
nobody gonna mess with my freedom. Hey, buddy. Hey, they
America,
exist.
son.
They exist, and that's the end of it, buddy.
That's super interesting, though, that happened, and he started talking about y'all.
I'd like to talk to him now that he wrote that, because, hey, when we was in high school, back in Dixie, okay, I was personally chased by wolves.
Was it coyotes?
Well, and it was, hey, we called them wolves.
Guarantee this story had a number.
No, look, but hey,
97.
we called them wolves, but they was actually, in fact, coyotes.
So he probably saw all the things you
Look,
saw.
Look, hey, they got so bad, okay,
Yeah.
that all the farmers came together and, talking about had a big meeting, talking about what are we going to do? And all of them agreed, telling me, well, hey, we just try to get off some cash and bring in, hunters and trappers and do something about it, because they're not, taking like a newborn calf. They're pulling full-grown cows, full-grown bulls down, because, hey, it's 100 and 150 to a pack.
Dang.
Okay, so it wasn't nothing for us to get on the school bus. We had a 30-mile run. Okay, so we'd get on the bus at 7 o'clock, get to school by 8, and when they was trapping and poisoning them, hey, we'd see 350 that they killed the night before or trapped the night before, hanging on fence lines.
Good grief.
So he would, since he wrote a book on Coyote America,
We need to get that book.
he's bound
That story
to have
may
that,
be in there.
It may be in there. because that was for real.
Probably number 350.
No, look, we was duck hunting, me and Phil, and look, we're waiting because we didn't know what a wader was. A wader was tennis shoes and blue jeans. Okay, we're chest deep on the old river. Mallards are coming in, and we're on the tree line. That's why we're chest deep, because they won't come in. They light wide, and then they swim up to the tree line. So we was out there at the tree, and we'd let them swim up in range, and then whack them. But hey, we'd done killed a limit. Okay, maybe over a limit. Had a toe sack on our back. Okay, blood. Because you shot them. Okay, and we hear
A great white.
and hey, next thing we know, hey, they on our trail. And Phil said, "How many shells you got?" And I said, "I got about 8." He said, "I got 3." I said, "We ain't got many shells here, buddy." And that sounded like a big pack.
So what'd y'all do?
Hey, every once in a while we just boom, 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 boom. So, we'll stop all that howling anyway. But they chased us all the way home.
Dang.
That's because you was hunting their land.
Well, hey, I'm just saying, hey.
We may have found somebody to validate some of your stories.
Validate the stories, boys.
And I would not be surprised.
Well, at least know how much they've changed anyways.
That's true.
I mean, it's his story. He can take creative license with it. So if you need to add a few details here and there to
Spice it up.
keep it fresh.
Number 7.
But that was wild.
That's insane.
It is wow.
And this dude, Martin, I feel like you and him could hang out for years. All of his books are very biological.
Wildlife book.
So he's probably like
Wildlife.
today's Aldo Leopold then, like writing on the
See?
the wildlife and
Because I don't know what
I'm a
Aldo
Leopold.
Leopold means.
Yeah, I'm a
so.
Leopold guy. Really like his stuff, like Sand County Almanac and all that kind of stuff. It's actually really good reads. And that's one thing about Rogan that a lot of people don't know. So we've been back during the day. We obviously cross paths with Mr. Rogan a lot because he's a hunter. He's one of the mainstream guys that's out there that thinks hunting is cool. And I'm like, heck yeah, man, fly that flag. So we were at a lot of places, and Joe's he was right. He's always respected us. Always took time to shake our hand places we've been together. So not a surprise that Joe would have him on his show. So that
Well, what would it have been like, okay, to actually come to Louisiana like in the 1700s, 1800s?
You'd have to ask Dan Flores, probably.
I don't know, because I'm telling you, that was when elk, buffalo, and all them creatures
He's
were
right.
roaming. They roamed this far south.
Dan Flores is so smart.
There used to be elk in Louisiana.
oh yeah,
He wrote that. He knows how much the household consumption of bison in Kentucky was from 1800 to 1850. So I think he could answer our questions here.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
no
I think
that would've been neat.
No comment about the person on the cover.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but
I was just
Because
gonna
I don't
say-
know, Phil read
even look at
a book
I was just gonna say hashtag Kentucky.
that somebody, when they come up river, up the Black River and the Washita, and made a trek.
Oh yeah, talking about Lewis and Clark.
Yeah,
Their diaries and
yeah.
their
The diaries of it talking about they was shooting elk to eat all that. Right here in Louisiana.
I believe you're talking about Freeman and Custis, the southern counterparts to Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
They went on an expedition in 1806.
There you go.
I know that because
Well, I just know
Dan Flores wrote a
Phil
book
wrote-
called Southern Counterparts
Well,
to
no,
Lewis
so
and
Phil
Clark.
said he read it.
I love that.
He read it and he said, "Hey, I'm living." They wrote about Cypress Creek, and then what's the big lake on there?
Graffinery
Graffinery.
or Lafitte,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because they said, "Hey, we've come so far north, and there's a creek coming out from the left, and then they went up further and said, then there's this big open lake on the right up here,
There you go.
Yeah. So, he was interested because he lived there and fished there for 25 years.
Yeah.
So how cool is that?
Oh man, it'd have been wild to be here when it was here.
No.
Because the Washita River would have been a ditch. It'd have been
with shell beds on
Yeah.
it and shell,
It'd
shell,
have been cool.
shell sandbars, I
Yeah.
should say.
It'd have been really cool. Dry up in the summer,
Yeah.
flood in the winter.
Yeah,
That'd
from
have
the
been cool.
mussels.
Instead, we got a channelized drainage ditch
Oh, yeah,
now.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not near as cool as it used to be.
And not as good as water either.
No, stay muddy.
Water's got to
dirty.
flow
Yeah.
to keep it where it's good.
Yeah. But no, so Dan, Unfortunately, I have a feeling if Dan come on here, it'd be like the nerd hour, which I'm all for. By the way,
I'll unnerd it up.
I mean,
Hey.
just
Well,
so we're,
John
just so
David,
we're clear.
you're gonna unnerd
You're
it up.
bringing enough wildlife. It won't be nerdy.
No, it'd be nerdy.
Is John David leaving the podcast?
I think Dan's one of them people. Just judging from the little bit of conversation I heard of him, he's done went full bore into it. Once he goes in, he's
Once
not
you write
gonna
a
he's
book-
not gonna be able to talk about the Wampus cats and all that no more. I mean, it's gonna be
Hold on.
Si, I still believe you.
What if he believes?
that's fine.
No, he's got a PhD. The man is very intelligent.
Well,
It won't be nerdy.
well,
just
that's to
because
be
he's
determined.
intelligent.
Well, let's bring him in and check him out.
Hey,
It's an open
I would like to
invitation.
talk to him because, hey, with his books and everything, hey,
Yeah, you could read
the
his
man
books
is
before he
very
got here.
I
knowledgeable.
just want to know if he remembers the Monster Man. I want to know if he remembers getting beat 77-7.
Hey, best game I.
Of course he does.
Best
That's
game-
story number
Hey,
77.
best game of football I ever played.
I can't wait to ask him some of the stories.
That's going to be like Si's birthday episode because we're
that's
just going to be
bad.
all like, hey, we got a question about Si's childhood. We're just going to file through and ask Dan.
Oh no! Hey, my childhood was the greatest time of my life.
Well, Dan was right there with you.
I'm telling you. Hey, if I had a time machine, hey,
I wonder if he has brothers and sisters.
we'll go back to the '60s, baby.
The 60s.
That's fantastic.
That was when music was music.
Oh, here we go. Story number 12.
It don't get any better than the '60s, JD.
I wonder where Eagle falls into that.
Hey, that's the '60s too.
That's story number 1.
How old were you when the Eagle happened?
Dan heard that story.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
We moved to Dixie, Louisiana, and I started the 2nd grade.
Oh, yeah. Dan knows that story for sure.
That's when you got your pet.
And he's gonna know about robbing the beehive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be impressive if Dan's like, oh,
no,
yeah,
that
you
was
mean number
one- hey,
15?
That bees have a fond memory. That's the scariest I've ever been. When me and mom and dad are sitting on the porch in the summertime, and I look and I see a big black cloud coming toward us, and it's the swarm of honeybees. And then they go to the next door neighbor's house, light on one of them vines of them yellow vine flowers. And Dad goes around there and takes a hammer on the old shed we had, knocks a knot out, grabs 2 chairs, sits in front of that knot, and he said, "Come with me, boy." And I said, "Do what?" He's "Come with me," and he's got a butcher knife in his hand.
Do what?
He goes over there, and when it's a ball of them about this big around on the vine, and he said, grab it right there." And I said, "Grab what?" He said, "Grab it, that vine right there, and hold it real still."
So let me get this right. You are on one side, your dad's on the other side. You're holding a vine with the nest on it.
Oh yeah,
What?
in a nest. They they balled
Balled up on it.
They balled up on this vine on each other. I hold it. Daddy cuts it off on this side, then goes over and he grabs it and cuts it off on the other side, and we walk carefully. Okay, and these bees are
Did you get popped at all?
no, because I was scared to death. And we'll go over there and hey, we set it down on them 2 chairs in front of that knot hole on that old shed, and he sits there for about 20 minutes, maybe 25, and finally I see him do this. And then the swarm just, as soon as he did that, it just a tornado, and then they all go in that knot hole. And then from then on, we had our own honey factory right there in that old shed.
So he thumped the queen
He thumped
into
the
the
queen
hole.
bee in, and hey, as soon as he did, that thing got it. And look, every year we'd rob it.
What story is that, Martin?
It's in the
I
top
don't know the
20
number.
for sure.
I don't know. But
That
it's
baby's
about
sure-
7 or 8 times we've had it on this podcast.
Oh no, yeah. Hey, but hey, look, honey. They found honey in the pyramids, and it was still edible. And the pyramids are something like 3,000
We need
years
Dan.
old.
We need Dan real bad. Dan,
Okay,
as much as I'm normally with you.
honey's important in the economy.
Dan, I'm offering you a 5th chair full time. That's all I'm going with.
Your chair's
It's a very
always
different
open.
podcast, but
That's
we'll
right.
at least straighten a few things.
Chair's always open.
And these guys are still really funny, Dan. So
That's it, boy.
Very true.
Yeah. Anyway,
I thought
let's
that-
take another.
Hey, that picture, I thought somebody was riding a turkey.
No, they killed the turkey. Sorry,
Killed a turkey.
Kind of going through
It
emails.
looked like they were riding it.
Let's take a break.
Well, let's ride a turkey into our next break. We'll be back right after
Well,
this.
Martin, are all your friends staying at your house while they're in town?
No, absolutely not.
That
So
stinks
I don't.
for them because I know they'd get good night's sleep at your house.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. I did. I thought that they were the first couple of nights, so I went and hid all of my pillows.
You hid my pillows?
I put out the guest pillows and I hid my pillows because I didn't want their stinking fish breath all over my pillows. No,
That is
they're
not nice. I was figuring that's why they were doing so well because they'd be having good naps at your house.
No, absolutely not. Hey, you got to bring your own. Look, and that's the cool thing about my pillow. They make a travel one if you want it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Now, I did leave the sheets on there so they can sleep on the most comfortable sheets. Look, in the bathroom, they can dry off with great towels.
Did you get everybody a personalized pair of my slippers?
No, those are all Brittany's, and they can fight her over them. I'm not going there. So, look, you know how much we love My Pillow products from Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy. Mike invented My Pillow. It had everything you want in a pillow until now because the My Pillow 2.0 really does have everything you want in a pillow.
Everything.
Look, it's got cooling technology, and since it's a fabric, not a finish, it's going to stay there forever. So no matter how many times you wash it, dry it, clean it, all that, it's still going to be there. Core body temperature plays a big role in how you sleep.
That's
It
two
helps.
things you want.
I guarantee you. And it's the softest, smoothest, and coolest pillow you'll ever own. My Pillow 2.0 with temperature regulating technology is 100% made in the USA and comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. There you go. Si, you're still using the towels, aren't you?
Oh, what are you talking about?
guarantee.
Wasn't used any other.
That's what I mean.
Hey.
Look, there you go. We can't tell you any more than what we've already told you about them. I just don't.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Martin, tell them how to get this fantastic product.
All you have to do is go to mypillow.com/duck to get the all-new MyPillow 2.0. Right now, get the all-new MyPillow 2.0, and you get the second one absolutely free when you use promo code DUCK. Again, just go to mypillow.com/
Duck,
and use promo code
duck.
for a buy one, get one on the MyPillow 2.0, or you can call 800-969-3137 and use promo code.
Duck.
Order now, because when they're gone,
They're gone.
Well, you know, I'm a member of the, Screen Actors Guild because of that one time I acted for about 22 seconds.
okay.
But
So you're a SAG.
the teaser for Phil's movie's coming out.
Oh, good.
Oh,
And
man.
you're on it?
Hold on. Don't spoil it.
Look.
So there's Phil, there's Big Al, and then there's this handsome gentleman in the back
Beard.
that it just flashes on the teaser. That's me.
Dang.
Time out.
Yeah. Had a trailer and everything. The guy in the middle's hilarious.
Is he?
Yeah, he's funny. And then there's, me. And I want that jacket
Was
back.
the guy in the middle on that show Chips, like the old motorcycle cop show?
I think that was just his mustache.
I like the mustache.
But anyways,
Who made you, baby?
the teaser trailer is coming out. And apparently I even made the trailer.
So I'm just
Crazy
gonna,
trailer.
and knowing you as well as I know you, how hot were you in that picture? Because
Golly.
you look like you are just pouring sweat, big dog.
I mean, that jacket was legit, though.
Hey, I
they
like-
bought that from someone, and I was like, I need this, so can I,
like
have it?
the
And they
hat.
said no. The hat was sweet, too.
Oh, no. Yeah,
No.
it is. It looks good on you.
Thank you. That was,
Yeah.
you remember those days. That was
yeah.
1973 right there.
Yep.
Maybe 72. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. Those are awesome guys. I haven't seen the movie, but I just found out today I'm in the trailer. So the announcement's not that I'm in the teaser. That would be stupid. The announcer is
Low key, that kind of seems what the announcement.
no. Here's the announcement.
That's what I was thinking.
My
Mark.
bad.
Okay,
I let it off. We got sidetracked.
I got you. It happened.
The announcement is you can see the teaser by going to theblindmovie.com. Okay. So there's an announcement. But the big announcement is
Okay.
you sign up there and there's going to be a giveaway to come and watch the movie with Phil, Si, and the Robertson family. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Now, I'm announcing it to Si. I'm announcing it to the fans.
This will
Look.
be the first thing we've ever been a part of producing that Si's actually watched.
No, Davey used to hey, when we
And whoever wins this can hold him accountable. Make him watch it.
Also, I'm terrified that I do a terrible job. So let me know. I'm sure you will.
That's like
But
But yeah, that'll be cool. The fans can go there, see the trailer, and then sign up, and you can be entered to come. I guess it might not be I don't know what it is, but you can watch the movie with the Robertsons.
What kind of shotgun do you have, Hammer?
I don't remember. It was old.
Okay.
They were very serious about that. There was a gun guy like.
Well, the good news is his last name's not Baldwin, so we should be fine.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just got weird.
Shoot, we do keep up with current events, kind of.
We just don't tell you about them.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Somebody get Tucker Carlson on this podcast right now. We need to talk to you. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that. That would be weird.
Somebody get Tucker and Joe. We need help.
That's where they should break it. We should have Tucker sit there, Joe Rogan sit here,
Big Dan, he's in Bible cells.
Big Dan T,
Well, Big Dan Flores. He's
Dan Flores and Si, and we'll all just sit on the couch over there, which disappeared.
Yeah,
but
we don't
we
have
want
a
it
couch
back.
anymore.
We'll put it back. Well, it's in the lounge, man. Come on. It's in the lounge and it's fishing season. It's okay.
Anyway, I think we should do that. Tucker, you come get interviewed by Joe Rogan here on the Duck Call Room podcast, and that'll be great for our business and neither of y'all. So that'll be awesome.
We won't tell anybody y'all are here.
Yeah.
We can keep it low key.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a selfie, but I won't post it.
Yeah, there you go.
Till later.
Till later.
That's wild though.
Anyway,
TheBlindMovie.com. They can come watch it with Si, Phil, Kay.
it says the Robertsons. That way Willie probably has an out. But
Oh, the Robertsons. Oh, so they may get to watch
Beth
it.
said, no, it's all of them. Beth, I know the Robertsons. It's
Yeah.
most of them.
It's never always every one of them.
She said, no, this time it is all
This
of them.
time.
And it could be like John, Luke, and River.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
We're
then-
just kidding. It'll be all of them. It won't be me, Martin, and Phil. We'll have to pay to get in.
now you're in the.
That's it. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're in the movie.
No, you're in the movie.
You're in the movie. You
I
gotta
get-
be there.
Oh, I get tickets?
Oh,
We're renting a theater.
yeah, we'll get in.
Can we sell them?
Scalp them.
All right. Also, if you don't
got
win,
two.
visit my Instagram, JDO7. There will be bidding
Yeah.
up for my. I'm just kidding. That's rude. I can't wait to see it.
It will go to Two Twins LLC. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Well, look up the benefit.
501c3. Never mind. It's good. No.
Any hoosers.
There you go. That's pretty.
The
cool.
movie's coming. It's going to be good.
That's pretty tight though. Like, I mean, you're on the trailer of a movie.
Wait.
Did I tell you about my
I like
trailer at the movie set?
Double wide.
No.
Triple?
No.
Oh.
I had
You had a trailer
I had a trailer.
to yourself.
Yeah, they were like, I was like, where do I go? They're like, oh, well,
What did it say on the door? Hunter 3.
Hunter number 1, thank you.
Hunter number one, boy.
Hunter number 1.
Hunter.
He was number
Also,
one.
it was a closet with a park bench in it, is all I know. I have a picture of it somewhere.
Of course you did.
Well, I never went in it. I just took a picture from the outside because I was like, I mean, I got a truck. But thanks for the offer, Dasher. Like, it was nice of you to have that trailer.
Did it have air conditioning?
Sure.
Well, I'm unionized, so they had to have that for me. People, I'm joke. If you haven't caught on to the fact that this was just a funny thing for me,
How was craft services?
they had really good brownies. That's what I remember from that day.
That's like one of my favorite parts of Duck Dynasty was crafty.
That was good.
The first few seasons, the last few, they just started going to Sam's. It was kind of a letdown.
I don't remember when this
Are
happened.
these chicken chong brownies?
Oh,
Chicken Chong brownies.
First off, sir, no.
I like it. There you go, Si.
Second off, what you got just against chocolate?
Well, hey, there's brownies and then there's chicken.
and then there's brownie.
That's right. Then there's brownies, chicken chong.
Yeah, that's some good brownie.
Oh, I found it.
They make you eat a whole pan of regular ones.
Boy,
I've heard.
All right, hold on. I'm about to put this picture of my trailer up on the
I was
screen,
just telling
and
you,
then
boy.
people will realize
with a
what a big deal
with a
that
church pew seat.
I was for a day.
They didn't even have a back.
Did they park it in front of the
No.
store here?
No, it was out. We were out wherever we were. Oh man, my computer messed up.
Computer's gone.
Okay,
Computer.
it's back. Hold on. It's
Kaput.
It's gone. Computer on us.
All right.
Were y'all out behind
This is
VJ?
legit my trailer.
Wait, is that it?
Psychedelic.
I told you.
Psychedelic.
It was a closet.
bench.
What's
That was like a bed,
What's that thing in the corner?
like a bench,
Oh, straight back.
desk.
wait.
Straight back.
Are we
That.
looking at it the right way?
Yeah, that was it.
Is that like a urinal or something? You open that and you can piss outside?
I don't know.
Goodness.
I didn't try that.
Si,
I ended up just walking outside and hanging out with everybody.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Si, you sitting next to a legend.
But my man had a trailer. I guess.
For one day of my
Let
life.
me rephrase that. My man had a stall.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Beth just sent me a picture. But Beth airdropped it, and I am supposed to be the technological one here, and I have no idea.
Here we are.
That was your full get up?
That was my full get up.
Why so many shirts?
They wanted me wearing a lot of clothes because it was cold. But look how cool that jacket is.
I'm just saying you're rocking the dad bod, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I was heavier then.
Yeah.
It was winter. I have to store up. I cannot wait to post this picture to Instagram, by the way.
Hey.
I mean, look how I look like a 1970s happy person.
And
You look like a 1970 happy
the
person.
only problem with this photo is that you don't have said vintage beer can in your hand.
And he's smiling.
Because it would have really fit. In that regard, let's take
And
a
he's
break.
got shoes on, Si.
We'll be back right after.
Hey.
All right, I got a new way I think I want to do this because I think it'll be fun, Martin. Oh, by the way, we're on the email segment. We didn't say that. We're just getting so natural at this. Any
Oh, yeah,
Hoosers.
Becky texted me. That was actually a work one. Sorry.
Okay.
That's not even fishing this
I
time.
need to call
Sorry.
HR. Anyway, I'm gonna give y'all a few choices just by the subject line. We've got Jay Stone, bidet owner. That's a subject line, which I'm interested in. Broken fishing pole, interested in. How to spread the gospel with elders. I'm 18. That's one. And am I still a Yankee?
Wow. I'll take Am I Still a Yankee for 200.
Am I still a Yankee for 200? Megan emails in. Born and partly raised in upstate New York. Most of the population there is her family. She lived in New York for about 9 years. Then she moved to Georgia. Been there 11 years. Would you still consider me a Yankee or a Southerner?
What part of Georgia?
Come on, man. That's all I got.
I'd like to have to listen to her accent.
No, forget the accent.
Hey.
Upstate New York, they're as big, if not bigger, rednecks than we are.
They like the Canadian rednecks,
So-
which are weird.
I mean, what's the opposite of Yankee? The problem is the opposite of Yankee used to be rebel. I'm not going to say you're a rebel, but you're a redneck.
Redneck.
And that's cool,
might
but
be a
you were
redneck.
born one.
Yeah, good call.
But like
Right.
England would call us a bunch of Yankees.
Rednecks.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, you Yanks, because we're Americans.
Redneck.
I think, yeah.
It's a weird thing.
I ain't never going to be a Yankee.
Oh, I just thought it was like Yankees and
All right,
rebel.
anyway, Vicks Vapor Rub, Broken Fishing Pole, Jay Stone, bidet owner, or How to Spread the Gospel with Elders. I'm 18.
I got a question about a broken fishing pole and why that requires an email.
So my man really wanted to go fishing. He bought a Bob Dance fishing pole. He emailed it back a day later and said, I just realized I said Bob. I know it's
Bill.
Bill Dance.
Bill Dance.
Slammed it in his tailgate before he ever casted it.
Ooh,
My man
done that.
couldn't exchange it. Well, yeah, you slammed it. Any good stories of new equipment breaking before it could live its life?
Oh, man, boy.
I've
Stepping
done that
on Martin's
same exact
toes.
thing.
Boy, man, that's.
I broke a pole, but it was on a bounce
Yeah.
when I was at the hook.
Does it have to be new fishing equipment?
It could be anything.
Yeah, there's. Oh,
I had a TV fall to the back of a truck once.
there we go. That's the one I was looking for.
Don't worry about it.
That's the one I was looking for. Black Friday, too, right?
No, I don't.
My brother had brought a brand new fishing pole.
It was in the middle of Brownlee Road for
I
a
set
minute.
the hook on about a 4-pounder and it snapped.
Where at?
And I landed him
What?
with a broken fishing pole.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
So what'd you do? You just grabbed the reel?
I just kept reeling. It was broke. Yeah.
I broke a fishing rod yesterday
It happens.
on the hook set.
It happens.
I did not land the fish.
It also happens.
I actually landed that one I caught.
I did not. So.
All right. Well, that was from Julian, by the way.
Yeah, I will say though, I've never had a brand new one that I slammed in a tailgate of anything. Like I'm a little more
with my new
careful.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little more careful when slamming said tailgate.
I broke a pole the other day in the
Especially when
store
it's
though
brand
because a
spanking new.
shiner bucket fell from the sky.
Yeah, especially when it's brand new. I'm kind of
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done
worried about what I'm doing with it.
but you bought a Bill Dance fishing pole, and I'm certain you've seen how many times Bill Dance has closed fishing rods in a tailgate.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So actually, I think that was just part of the signature on the rod, man.
Hang it up in your garage.
That's what happened.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Go buy another one.
Next, Jay Stone, bidet owner, Vicks Vapor Rub, or How to Spread the Gospel with Elders.
I wish there was a way to to combine J Stone bidet owner and Vicks Vapor Rub into one.
Watch me do it. Craig,
Okay.
he doesn't need anything. He just wants to support John David. I wanted to let everyone know that Al outed one J Stone as an owner of a bidet.
Oh yeah, he's got the heated toilet seat and everything.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I don't think Stone's ever had the problem. Godwin has been the one.
Godwin's
that has
got
been
a
the
problem,
most-
but Stone hasn't
Yeah.
championed it with me. So
no, he
now we know that.
He's kept his mouth shut.
Chris of North Carolina wants everyone to know that he needs to give Si credit. Vicks Vapor Rub will not heal your hemorrhoids, but it will make them feel better. And he's been trying to tell everyone he knows, but nobody's listening.
I never claimed that it would heal it.
It just gives you relief.
I said, hey, if it was itching, it'd stop it. If it was hurting, it'd stop it.
Chris agrees, and his final words were, Chris from North Carolina,
And if
it
he
will
was
make
having
a
problems-
great difference in your life.
That's right.
All right, that's
Right.
not an ad. And then we're going to go one serious. Gabby, Oregon. That's awesome that people from Oregon are listening. I guess they got ducks there, or they wouldn't have named the college that. Recently turned 18. Loves Jesus. Relationship with him's getting deeper. She takes something called cow horse lessons. I don't know what that is.
Cow horse lesson.
Those are two different animals.
Sounds West Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over my head. Gabby, send me an email on what that is. Anyway, she got a friend who's an adult who doesn't know Jesus. She wants to tell her about Jesus, but she doesn't feel qualified because of my age. And I got a very specific Bible verse for you later on that one. But has anybody ever felt this way or doubted? And how would you go about going to somebody older than you? Boldly would be my.
Yeah, 100%. Who hadn't felt that way, right? I mean, when you're young in your faith and you want to get other people in it, who hadn't felt unqualified?
Right.
The problem is you're thinking that you're putting some value on the messenger, which is yourself, which there is no value on you necessarily in this case. It's all in the message.
Yeah.
So as long as you're sharing the correct message, any messenger will do.
And I think there's a
Nothing
way
to be
about
nervous
it.
about.
I think you need to be loving. Share this message of hope with love.
But do so with gentleness and respect.
Exactly right. I mean, because when I was younger and sharing my faith with older people, it was very difficult because I knew that I was young and dumb, and these people may have seen me when I was at my worst. And when I started following Jesus, I changed, and it was hard for me to convince them. But it wasn't me; it was the one inside me. So it's the message. Faith comes through hearing the message about Jesus, and the gospel being shared. That's the power. The power is in the gospel. So that's what I would say.
The reason you need to be bold, they may not have ever heard it before. Okay, just because they're elderly
That's a
or
good
older
point,
than
Si.
you, they may never have heard about Jesus. Yeah.
Very good point.
Hey, and don't let age hold you back on this
Yeah.
too. And I know we need to wrap it up, but don't let age hold you back because I listen to Sadie's stuff, who is quite my junior.
Oh yeah.
Way better than any of
Eh,
us.
Way better than any, but I leave inspired from listening to
Oh,
Sadie
she's
Robertson
got,
speak.
She's got a different view
So-
than you.
And she is, I'm just saying, she's a good bit younger than me. So don't let age define you or stop you from any of that.
Yeah.
Just share the message of faith, hope, and love. And
Yep. And Gabby, I'll just say this: if you're worried, I'm not going to have the scriptures, you need to learn those. But if you want to do this right now, just tell your testimony. Tell what Jesus did in your life.
absolutely.
That's what the apostles did. They weren't like, "Hey, look up John. I am John." They couldn't say, "Look at John 3:16." No, they just told what happened in their lives, and the whole world changed because of it. So, Gabby, you can change this one person. We're going to wrap it up, but I do have one more email, and I'm going to do it real fast. Baby Silas was born, 7 pounds, 3 ounces, 20 inches long. Silas Wayne, just a few days ago on the 19th of April. They named him after Silas in the Bible, but Uncle Si is also a bonus.
And hey,
Thank
that's
you,
my mama
Dakota,
named me.
for sending that in. Prayers for your new baby. That's awesome. Gabby, this Bible verse is very specifically for you and anyone out there listening that's a little younger. 1 Timothy 4:12, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity.
Excellent.
That's biblical.
There you go. We're out. We'll see
We're
y'all
out
next
with
time.
that.